One of the hardest lessons to learn is when to take profits, especially in these high yield ETFs. You know, everybody wants to build a set it and forget it portfolio. Everybody watches their portfolio go up and down every day. And they feel great when it's green and terrible when it's red. Over my decades, dare I say, more than one, of trading and investing experience, and the last decade spent specifically in cryptocurrency, which changed my life, I've learned that you have to, dashboard money is not real. And I am going to show you, yesterday I made a video, and I asked you to make a decision with me in the comments, many of you did. But of course, that decision was made when that video was finished. Of course, without even any financial advice from any of you. Today, I show you where I am and what would have happened. I'm blown away how everything has worked out, and I'm going to show you a simple plan that maybe you want to try to use to make money. You know, a smart way to use margin. I use the margin shotgun approach. You know, we do the crazy thumbnails and stuff and all of that, but the truth is the truth. Greed destroys profits. You know, let me show you the move. You recall in yesterday's video, okay, could these ETFs make me $50,000? I was up heavily in positions I had just taken, okay? $50,000 in the pre-market. My balance was $617. Okay, had my wins and my losses. XDTE is my favorite. It was down $10,000. It's slowly climbing back up. Now, that's my core holding. You could see here that I've been in and out of this Curve Silver Fund since I told the people in Apex. I remember it was 3:30 a.m. on Christmas back in December that silver was going to explode. My goal was $100 silver. I made a video saying $90 silver is coming. But once that happened, the catalyst to $100 silver was perfect. The story was perfect. Everything was perfect. Long term, it's still perfect. But I had to think about this. That $50,000, that overnight gain that could disappear in a heartbeat. I made the decision. Remember, I had $500,000 on margin just for a few days. Only 900 people had seen that video. I don't ask for likes or any of that. I don't beg for comments, but I really enjoy every one of them. Many people were like, hell yeah, take the money. So where am I today? Where would I have been? Well, by the end of the day yesterday, okay, if we take a close look right here, check this out, all right? I had Round Hill, the GDXW. I sold right here at $75, almost $76. Okay, I had it for one day. And then at the end of the day, don't forget, when you have a lot of shares, I think I was up like $10,000 for the day. Oh, and by the way, I qualified for the dividend. Yeah, I'm getting like a $2,000 dividend. It was great. But then by the end of the day, it was down $3 a share. But it was down $3 a share from its high. You know, I would have got killed. And then the same thing with silver, okay? The SIL, the silver miners. I sold it at $118 in the morning. I had 1,000 shares. I had like a $12,000 gain. I mean, I don't even have to guess. We can see right here, right? So if we look at that, I had a $7,000 gain. In total, here, at 1,000 shares, $6,800 at $118.70. I sold it at 100. It was very hard to do this, very hard. It dropped down by $6,000 by the end of the day. All of my gains would have been wiped. I share this in my Discord because I am serious about making money. Now, silver is a great story. You could still run. Let's look at today. Markets are so-so. They're okay. The NASDAQ is running. S&P 500, you know. I told you. I showed you what I was holding. I showed you the tough decision I had to make. I was at 617,000. I was all on margin. And now, my friends, I share with you today, let's close this out. Let's look at the positions. Silver was $116, okay? Look, it's still 112. It's not going anywhere. But I had to look at the day. KSLV. Now this is crazy. Yesterday, it was almost $58. If I stayed in it to the end of the day, I would have lost, look now, $4 a share. I had thousands of shares. And then GDXW. Yesterday, this is a 5-day. Look, at its peak, it was $76, $75. This is yesterday. This is today now. But yesterday, right here. And then boom. What about the silver miners? Yesterday, you seen me sell at 100, almost the top. I sold at 117. The top was 118. That's $8 away. It's moving back up now, yeah. But if I didn't take that, everything would have been gone. XDTE, man, we bought it perfectly. This is my core. Where you buy it matters. I didn't accept the $4 dividend. That's what knocked it all the way down. Look, tranche 1, super dividend. The end of December, money that they earned that they didn't pay out for marketing purposes or to do marketing erosion. Boom, boom. And it took us from $44 down all the way to $39, and then we got hit with the tariffs. Do you know the last time that XDTE went down to $39? It was all the way down here. Last year, right here. The first tariffs, and then it recovered all the way to 44. But this year, they had to pay out those double dividends at the end of the year. So if you accepted them, you got the money. But if you didn't accept them, you got the discount and then a tariff reward. Now, I didn't get it that cheap, but I got it cheap enough that I'll never sell it, nor will I ever add another. And it's a magical moment. Let me share my Schwab with you now. The most important part of this entire story was looking at those dashboard profits in the middle of a massive, don't forget, silver went to $116. Everything was way higher. And I decided to close and revert back to my XDTE and have no margin. And now I share with you where I am. No fluff. Just making this video to show you possibilities, and honestly, there's no reason for me to make videos. I really enjoy making videos, and what I get in return for this is not money, is not super thanks. It's one little thing. It's not even the like button or asking you to subscribe. It's to read the people's comments and what you did and what you think of what you're watching and listening to now. I make my videos so you can listen because we're all too busy to watch. I listen on my phone. I have YouTube Premium, no ads, and I can listen with the screen off as I go about my business. So that's why it seems like I have so much time to make these videos. They're not edited. They're not flash. I'm looking at my portfolio and I'm explaining. And so I hope that at least one person out there this resonates with. Not just the average, hey, great video, Oracle, but some of those that really touch me. I have, and in fact, no margin. I'm up to 624,000. I'm going to zoom in for you and I'm going to explain. I love Neos, and I'm going to talk about that with you next, okay? But I want to show you something. So, this was on 12/31. Let's call it a month. Oh, did you hear that? I love that. That's crypto. That means my trade went in. This was a month ago. Okay. Now, I'll tell you, T-Bill, SpyEye, XDT, and Maggie. I had to get rid of Maggie because she was eroding. It was getting worse and worse. But that's another story. Now, I had 488 and 500,000 on margin, playing with silver and everything else and taking some chances. And nobody liked this idea, but I said, why should I carry SPY the whole month? Yeah, it goes up, but the real reward is the dividend. And if you're carrying it on margin, a lot of it, well, the problem becomes exposure to a down day. And then you might have to sell on a really bad day and lose money. So what if you looked at it as one trade a month? This is my idea. XDTE is my core. We'll get to this in a minute. So I have 2 accounts. The other one is miraculous. I'm going into dividend green. I'll explain that in a moment. I'm glad you're all staying with me for this. I appreciate when you engage in the chat in real time, because I'm on my phone and I'm there too, because I feel in a live premiere it's rude if the host isn't there. And, well, I don't want to talk about any other YouTubers right now. So this was one trade a month. I'll be doing that again. That's a super boost to your portfolio. You know what happened last month? I only buy when they announce. I bought on the 20th. Okay, the ex-dividend was on the 22nd, right? It recovered in 3 days. I sold everything and captured a $6,000 dividend. I showed it in video. Now, I've seen people do dividend capture strategy and say it fails because one guy was so dumb. He was so stupid. You know what he did? He looked up and he bought a stock that would pay a dividend every single day, okay? And then as soon as it would pay the dividend, he would sell it. Never recover, and then look over 30 days and then 3 months and see what happened to his portfolio. What an idiot. No, you have to recover. That's why I chose SPY. It recovered the whole thing. Let me show you. So again, you understand, this is my core. You got to buy it right like anything else. If you buy it at $50, like Alex, the bad luck, rabbit's foot of ETFs, Alex 9 to 5, no freedom, okay? Everything he touches turns to poop. He destroyed Alti single-handedly. He went all in. He did it so stupidly that Fidelity punished him. They terminated him. I don't know what they did to him. And then he destroyed WPay. He went all in on WPay. He destroyed it. And then finally he did it to Maggie. Next, he's going to talk about silver. Wipe out the silver market. I'm terrified of Alex. 9 to 5 freedom. If you can relate, if you've seen him. Okay, he sounds like Bert from Bert and Ernie. Just write 9 to 5 in the comments right now. 9 to 5. The live chat, everything. So this is one. So this month I'm going to do like 14,000 shares of SPY. I love it. And if it doesn't work, you don't capture the dividend, don't recover, you're holding the bag, well, you got something great. It's not like you got a yield max or something, $7 foot long. So I'm going to try to beat last month this month, but so naked with XDTE and no margin. Can I share? So in this account now, my core is always your total account value, which is 624,000, should equal your core position. Okay? This way, anything else that you have on margin, you can jettison. Also, it allows me to have the freedom to go ahead and when SPY announces what they're going to pay, for me to come in and swoop up 14,000 shares and maybe make it worthwhile and get $7,500. You can't do this with a little bit of money. And I'm not telling you to do this, but look at my position now. Because I wasn't greedy, I retained all the profits. Now, you might say, Oracle, how in the world do you still have a margin? 73,000, that's dust. It's psychological. Why? Well, I created my own CD in SGov. Okay? I put $75,000 in SGov. Right here. And the money I make during the month, which is my reward, like the money I made yesterday, gets put into SGov on top of my $75,000. That's for me. That's for me. Dividends are withdrawn. They're never put back. Now, I take you, and let me show you. I'm only down on XTTE, not even 1%. Remember the amount that I have in there. And that's a cash position I consider. If I wanted to, I could pay the 72,000 margin, but then I lose this psychological advantage I have here that makes me feel good. And when you feel good about your portfolio, you make proper decisions. Now, this thing right here, just this one, all right? Just this one. 14,627 shares. If it pays just 16, now it usually pays 21 cents. They're building back up. They did 11 cents, 16 cents the second month of the new year, second week of the new year. And we'll probably see 18 cents, or unless there was a holiday. Even if we got 16 cents again, this thing makes $2,300 a week. In 2 weeks, it eats this. But I don't need that. You know why? Because it's going green. Because I bought XDTE right. Look over the last month. Hold on. Here's their drops. Okay? And I bought down there. Those drops were from massive dividends that they gave out. That's what the first one was down here, 39. And then the tariffs. And that's when I loaded up the boat. And in the last 5 days, you can see that XDTE is recovering. It's back over $40 already. Never stays under 40 for long. Congratulations to everybody who got XDTE under $40. Congratulations. I only learned this because I was in this for 2 years. All right? So look, listen.
The Oracle said at everyone, this is for me to document stage 1 first mega year-end dividend $43.43 before the December payouts.
So we were at $43. They made a massive payout year-end. And then stage 2, another massive payout, okay, of $2. Unheard of for the week. Of course it brought the NAV down. And then there was the so this right here was a golden buying opportunity. Okay? This is all in my Discord. You can come read it if you want. It's called DTU. So that was the opportunity, stage 1, stage 2. And then there was tariffs. So on a day like today, where we're not really green, it took a lot yesterday. Let's take a look. I hope silver keeps going. It's got a great story and everything. It was 116 yesterday. This thing was $58. Great fun. Great fun. But it's not $58 anymore. This thing yesterday was what, 75, 76? Great fun. Great fun. But I had to take the money. This thing I sold at 117. And this thing, look. SPY Eye is doing great. And look at this. If I drew a line from here all the way across here, you could see that's probably, is that its recovery? It's hard to see. But it recovered its dividend in 2 days. Great fund. So this is what I've learned over the past 2 years of specifically high yield. I don't do single stock anymore. Do you? I don't. I like the indices. I love the S&P 500. And to be sitting here, let me show you another one. This has never happened to me before. But this one really was purchased properly. You ready? This is my tasty nuts. My tasty nuts, right? And it has no margin. Okay? This is tasty nuts today. As you're tasting my nuts, this has about 6,500 shares of only XDTE. That's how I come up with the crazy number of 21,184. There's no margin here. But for the first time ever, well, first of all, it's the first month of the year, so everybody should have a year to date, right? Mine is almost 44,000 on $200,000. For the first time ever, I want you to look. This is all XDTE. I want to show you the potential. My open P&L on 6,500 shares before the dividend, before ex-dividend, before anything. Never does this happen, right? So let's say 6,500 shares, if they pay 16 cents again this week, is mass. That's wrong. Oh, it's right. 6,500 times 0.16. So if they pay $1,000 this week and my NAV goes down by $1,000, right? I can withdraw that $1,000. Look, it's absorbed. I'm green in the NAV. Green. And it'll keep going up. Last time it went to 39, and it's not a pitch. I'm not one of the paid YouTubers. You know, Retire on Dividends announced today officially that he is paid. You know this. I'll get into it at the end. Money up front, stupid at the end. All right? So, I'm so happy. This one I really bought because I flipped out of silver on tariff day. I got out of silver early on this one. And just went all XDTE. In on XDTE. I took out everything else, so it's just clean to see. My open P&L, all right, for the day is $1,100. I think they're going to pay more and more. I love XDTE if you buy it right. You got to buy it right. And now, for those of you who stayed 20 minutes, I got to open your eyes. Let me refresh. So let's refresh. I have no margin because it's sitting in here. You know. No, I need that psychologically to feel that 109 like I'm growing something. I was going to pay off this margin, but I'm not going to. So what do you think about this? I mean, I think it was a great idea to take the money yesterday. What do you think? I can't wait to read your comments below. And I love everything I was in. Don't think I won't come back. Okay? Yeah. I got a terrible Bitcoin short in, but that'll win tonight. These are all great. I love these. I'm itching to buy back in. But I'm just going to wait a couple of days. Look at this one. So what's today? Today's 27th. We still got a while until SPY I announces. And I'll never buy any more XDTE unless I got it under that $39 price. Because that will decapitate the entire profit program. Remember, if this comes back to where it was before, let's go to, if it comes back here before the dividend to $43, oh my God, every dollar's worth $24,000. That'll be amazing. So, that's where I stand. And it's going to be very, very exciting to have no margin. I'm tempted. Trust me, I'm tempted right now. I'm tempted to go back into silver. Just 1,000 shares here, 1,000 shares there. You know, let's take a look. Silver, I think, has a great use case and everything, but we went to 116 and now it's pulling back a little bit. I think I could wait. I took the money, right? Now look, you could say, oh, well, if you bought this morning, you'd be coming back up. Oh, we could say that about anything. Except that one. Look at that. All right, so I just wanted to share this with you. I look forward to your comments. That's about it. Have a good day, everyone. All right, let's take a dark twist. If you stay till the end, I'm going to show you something that I don't think is right. We don't know who's doing it, but it's going to become a more and more outed thing that you're going to become aware of and notice. These people that do reviews, these people are wanted for crimes against yield. You know, it's okay to talk about a fund. It's okay to review a fund. But YouTube has a box that says paid promotion that you have to check off. And if you don't, you have to mention it. Do you ever see, like, you're watching a video and tell me what you think about this? It says sponsored by Surfshark or NordVPN, or thanks to the sponsor by, whatever, right? That's straight up. But when you're watching somebody do a review or a daily show or something, right? Or somebody, let's say, you're just thinking that they're just doing that, right? A review. But what if they're getting paid? Let me tell you, Amy just came out and did a video where she admitted she was given a vacation and $2,000. And she's poor. We all know. So to her, that was a good deal. First time she admitted it. I said something about it in my video. All of a sudden, you know, it's kind of like when YieldMax, I said something about rock, and all of a sudden in their distributions, they flipped it to a good thing, and when they sent the weekly announcement, okay, they included rock. But that's another thing. So apparently people are listening to me. This guy's irrelevant, health and wealth. He's only on here because he's another beta male, okay? This guy, he's irrelevant, nobody. This guy is inspector. The ETF inspector, piece of shit, beta male, out for clicks, that's all he can. And just reading you the portfolio prospectus, whatever, he gets exhausted. He's like, exhausted, young guy, fucking exhausted. Must have a wife like the bastard of all bastards. Today, I bring you to these bastards. This one. Right here, retire on dividends. Finally, the truth has come out. And let me tell you about Hamburger. I don't know if he's sucking dick of Psy from Tap Alpha, but doesn't it look suspicious? Only positive interviews. Yeah, Psy, come back. And all of a sudden, okay, the condiment thief who could only afford a $9 headphone with one wire, we don't even use this anymore. Did you find that at a yard sale, a Goodwill, or on the street and put it in your ear? Walking on the beach. But today, first of all, Catfish slipped. All right? She slipped with him. They were on vacation together. A paid vacation by a fund. Now, first, I'm going to bring out Catfish where she admitted that it was a paid sponsored piece, but you wouldn't know. I shouldn't have to go through this time, but there's trouble, but I will. To this, you ready?
Genuinely excited about these. I even bought 2 shares in each of these.
She bought 4 fucking shares. Puta. Oh, but we watching this, think, oh, it's a review, right?
If you put $1 into this, $1.
She's going into the whole thing. It doesn't say paid promotion anywhere, right? She's going into the whole thing about this. She's so excited about
Bitcoin,
these funds.
$1 gold. They rebalance up to 2 times a day. Wow. And the philosophy of this is nobody...
Lack of honesty, but a slip up.
2024.
Now she tells you what happens if you invested.
$19,000
right?
versus if you...
All right. Okay,
I made it Costa Rica. I did receive around $2,000 worth of... I should at some point out that I did... They're the people that invited me to Costa Rica. I did receive around $2,000. That invited me to Costa Rica. I did receive around $2,000 worth of...
And you could hear the uncomfortable. This is 8 minutes into a 13-minute video. All right? 8 minutes into a 13-minute video.
This either way, because I think this is a very interesting fund.
And she says, oh, I'm going to talk about this more than Alti and everything now.
For me and like my philosophy, that this is like a better fit for me for how I'm investing right now. Also, I like how this is leveraged.
Did you hear her? Swap like that? The uncomfortableness? Dirty bastard. I got another one for you. That finally came clean today for the first time. Let me go to this clown. RuPaul on dividends. Remember him? Let's visit him today. Something new. You know, he's been upset. His YouTube views are down. He's not making the money he was when he was doing his YieldMax coverage and all of that, right? Well, first time ever. Silence is broken. Honesty is prevailing. Retire on dividends. Makes a video this morning. Shocking to me. Looking at his videos, and this one comes up. His normal... Hold on. This is normal shindig.
These are Feppy. Feppy was really their first...
Hold Hold it. Hold on.
All of you are familiar with these.
Right here. Look at this. Includes paid promotion. Paid promotion. That's what you're supposed to click. So now Retire on Dividends, who lost all credibility by shilling us Evil Max Corp or any of these funds, is now doing the exact same thing. All right, promoting, shilling, but is paid, officially paid
More,
promotion.
they went down.
Sounds the same, doesn't it?
Again, it's showing the Sunday date thing to compare.
See?
But as we go to the 6 month, it seems like the
But wait. Hold on. Did you see it? Refresh the page. Oh,
not bad, right?
Here it is.
If we go,
shut up, douchebag. Paid promotion includes paid promotion. Let's click on that. Watching videos with paid product placement and sponsorships. So now we know that Retire on Dividends can no longer be trusted. This is paid promotion. How long was this going on? How many of these YouTubers were responsible for this? What about this guy with the eyebrows? What about this guy holding an event for the fund managers in Vegas? Kicked off of YouTube, banned for life. So the suffering is over for us because this is finished. Okay? It's finished. What do you think? Would you call this crimes against yield? I would. From each and every one of them. That we had to find out this way. Disgusting. On all your names. Everyone, tell me what you think. Except Mr. Cash. He's just desperate for fame and for somebody to interview him. He'll be on any panel. All right, you could call him to come to your house and he'll draw a paper and pencil with you how to do math. Amazing. Hamburger, the condiment thief. It's just dirty. Dirty girl. I had to make a hard decision yesterday, and I made it, whether it was right or wrong. I pocketed the money. I reverted back to an all-cash position in something I love at a good price, and it's recovering. So if you're in the XDT army, shout out. If you feel differently towards those YouTubers, tell me. Or you just feel it's okay. It's okay when I'm watching a video and a guy says, hey, this is sponsored by NordVPN. It's a good VPN, you should buy it, right? But in the way that this has been done to us, I feel dirty. I feel like somebody didn't wipe their ass, Amy. Have a nice day, everyone. Watch out who you listen to on YouTube. That's my strategy. I'd like to thank all of you for coming. Did I exit in time? What, am I the bad guy? Discipline or hopium? I took the money. Silver can run to the moon. I had a great experience. But that's it.